But let me bring you to our next story, one of heroism and sacrifice. Long before this visitor center stood here, Morrison was watched over by a young park ranger named Eleanor Hart. Eleanor was known for two things, her love of the forest and her fearlessness. She hiked alone into storms, rescued lost hikers, and nursed injured wildlife back to health. But one summer, lightning sparked a fire that spread faster than anyone could control. A group of campers was trapped near the ridge. Smoke rose thick, flames closing in from every side. Eleanor rode out on horseback with nothing but a canteen, a shovel, and her voice. They say she cut a path through the fire, shouting for the campers to follow her. She got them all out, but she never made it back. Unfortunately for her, it was the end of her story. But fortunately for the campers, they were able to get out before being swallowed by the flames. After her death, though, strange things began to happen near the ridges and trails she patrolled. Campfires that were left burning overnight would be mysteriously stamped out. Poachers swore they heard a woman's voice yelling, "Leave it!" before their rifles jammed. And on some nights, hikers reported seeing a figure in a ranger's uniform standing at the tree line, watching them, her face darkened by soot, her hair tangled by wind, but her eyes glowing like embers in the dark. Locals began to believe Eleanor's spirit had returned, not to frighten the innocent, but to protect the forest she died for. They called her the Ghost Ranger of Morrison. She doesn't bother families or kids, but she watches. And if you mean to harm the land, if you come here to litter, to carve into trees, to start fires, to paint on walls, or do anything that disrupts the course of nature, yes, she will find you. Some claim to have heard footsteps behind them when they struck matches where they shouldn't. Others felt the ground shake, as if something heavy stomped right behind them, even though the trail was empty. And that led them to change their mind about dropping that piece of trash. And what about the unlucky ones? Well, they said they felt hot breath on their necks, like fire itself, and turned to see a woman in a ranger green outfit. Her skin charred, her eyes burning, whispering, "I died for this forest. Will you?" They say that the mayor's ghost keeps Morrison safe. The ghost bear protects the valley, and the drowned girl punishes the wicked men. But Eleanor Hart, well, she guards the forest itself. She is the last line between fire and ruin, between greed and preservation. And here's the strangest part. On the anniversary of the fire, rangers claim they see a phantom fire line near the ridges, trees glowing without burning, smoke rising without heat, and in the middle of it, a woman's shadow moves, shovel in hand, still cutting a path. And here we are, the Morrison Visitor Center, one of my favorite places on the planet. Check out the neat stuff they have inside, and make sure you don't leave without saying hi to one of the rangers.